too hard on your way there. But we saw that with
Hey, come here. St. Pete Truck Series coming to a restart with 25 laps to go. It's Layne and Majeski. Then Chandler, Ben Rhodes, Landon Lewis makes up the top 5. Ford, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Turn 14, the final corner. We're back underway at St. Pete. Trucks fanning out back there. Layne and Majeski side by side in the turn 1. Layne on the inside, Majeski on the outside. Big lockup from Lewis. Layne's got the lead. Majeski crosses underneath. Side by side off of 2. Layne shoves Majeski wide and keeps the lead. And down to turn 4. Majeski's got left front damage. Ben Rhodes, who's been the best truck all day, on the outside for second place. Majeski holds him off for now. Battle for 4th. Chandler, Landon Lewis. Chandler hangs on to the spot. Back there for 8th. Grant gets by Honeycutt. Now down the long straightaway heading towards turns 9 and 10. Into turn 10, single file for now. No one side by side just yet. And now down Dan Weldon Way toward 11 and turn 12. The fast chicane. Look at the trucks flying as they head to the final stages of this lap at St. Pete. Down the front stretch, Layne is gone. He's already a second ahead of Majeski. This truck is so hooked up here today for Layne Riggs. 24 laps to go. Battle for 8th. Caden Honeycutt gets by Grant. Now Andres Perez can try and get in there as well. But he just can't quite get underneath the 9. Big sideways moment for Landon Lewis back there off turn 3. And I think Gio hit the wall in sympathy right behind him. Oh, and Gio's around in the tire barriers in turn 4. Left side damage for the 17. And he gets into Butterbean. Brendan Queen gets knocked around. He'll hang on. There's smoke in the back. Chaos going on throughout the field. Hinch is around. And in the middle of turns 5 and 6 in that parking lot, Hinch is around and stalled, trying to get his truck refired. What happened here to Hinch in the Delaware Life Chevy Silverado? Jackson Lee, Chris Wright right there. He tries to get underneath Chris Wright. Round he goes, and Cole Butcher barely gets by him. That was around the battle for 20th. Caden Honeycutt's on the move. Here he goes to the inside of his teammate, Dario, into turn 1. That's for 6th place. They're side by side off of 2. Honeycutt's got the inside. He flies by Dario for 6th. Now Grant looks to the inside of Dario. Dario hangs on for now.
Wonder how Dario's feeling in the cockpit. You know, we've been at this now for almost 2 hours.
Caution's out. We have a truck off. Turn 9. It's Derek White again. That's the second time in a row that Derek White stopped on track and caused a caution.
On the racetrack, so that brought out our 6th caution for today. There's that record. Does he just need a push?
Push or a hook?
I think the thing Derek White needs to do is go home, because that truck is clearly not working.
Up there, 4 in the top 4 positions. Landon Lewis in a Chevrolet, Caden Honeycutt, Dario Franchitti in the Toyotas.
What about the Rams? We've got 4 of them.
They're moving forward, Michael. They're going the right direction.
4 of them in the top 20. Talked about the 76 with Nathan Nicholson having a good run.
Derek White, the 55-year-old Canadian, driving for MBM Motorsports. Having some electrical issues, it looks like. Under caution again here at St. Pete. Oh, Nathan hit the wall hard, and Minnie back there. That was in turn 2 on the restart lap. Jeez. Big crash. Chaos at St. Pete. We'll be right back after this break.
Bipolar 1 can overwhelm your mind.
I think it's been so exciting. I love watching the technique of all these drivers, especially in the truck series. You have so much roll and pitch and yaw of the trucks. You can really see them moving around and appreciate the artistry.
Back at St. Pete, 21 to go after another caution for Derek White stopping on track. Let's go through your top 10. Layne leads the way in his Long John Silver's Ford for front row. Then it's the 2 Thor Sport trucks of Ty Majeski, Ben Rhodes, and then Chandler, the other front row Ford. And here's Dario's crew chief. It's Jimmy.
Very proud. And I do have both those titles today. It's been a lot of fun. It's just great watching him get a feel for the truck and get a rhythm. And now we're at the point of the race where pushing and shoving is going to happen, and he's not used to having fenders. So I think he'll behave and be very respectful. I just hope that is reciprocal.
I've been watching you during these pit stops. You've been up and down off the pit box, throwing ice to Dario. You were holding the fuel can. What's your level of anxiety, Jimmy?
Anxiety is low, but excitement is high. He's been sitting on the couch so much that he finds the truck to be too hot, so I had to give him some ice, some Gatorade, and a few other elements, just knowing how the pit stop functions work, trying to help be there for the guys getting the truck ready.
You ready for this in San Diego?
Yes. Truck racing is so fun. I've had the greatest time here, and I've only done one truck race in my career, so to go back in San Diego, racing my home turf, it's going to be a great weekend. This is my first real experience with Tricon, and hats off to Kevin Ray and everybody here at Tricon. They've got an incredible program. Toyota support, this thing's rocking and rolling. I'm glad to be here.
We can't wait to see it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's a great point. Jimmy Johnson going to be on board the one truck in San Diego at his home track.
So now we'll go back to your top 10 here at St. Pete. We got Layne leading the way, then Majeski, Rhodes, Chandler. Top 4 are all Fords. 5th place is Landon Lewis, who's had a banner day in his Nice Motorsports number 45. Then you got the Tricon Toyotas with Caden Honeycutt and Dario. Grant in 8th. And then the 2 more Nice trucks as their 4th truck, Tyler Reif, is somewhere out back. But Andres Perez and the 17-year-old from Maryland, who is younger than me, which makes me feel really old. Ben Mayer rounds out your top 10. Oh, man, what a run for Ben. Then you got Colin in the first Ram, 11th. Justin Haley, 12th. 4 Rams in the top 16. Colin, Haley, Daniel Dye, and Butterbean. We got 20 laps to go here at St. Pete.
They know kind of inch perfect now where to place their truck, how things are going to run around here, and they're all geared up, tightening their belts for a 20-lap dash here. It's going to be fun.
Just saw Connor Mozak. I mean, look at the damage on so many of these trucks. Connor Mozak was lights out earlier on. He led from the pole for a handful of laps, had that damage. He's back buried in the field.
You pointed at the timing screen during the break, Michael, at this guy, Jackson Lee, in the number 22 Ford Racing truck, started dead last. He couldn't even turn the steering wheel yesterday. Oh, boy, the steering wheel is crazy loose. Did you see that? Look at this thing.
Oh, it's wobbly.
Yeah, it's wobbling. Jackson Lee's steering wheel is wobbling. That's not good.
So he's in 18th right now. That's certainly something we're going to stay on top of.
Just look right here at this little
Oh boy.
And the steering wheel.
He's running 18th right now, and if the steering wheel pops off here in this tight street course, especially in the always treacherous turn 3, oh boy, that's going to be a big crash.
You're right, Townsend. Just being 6'4" or 5 in one of these trucks. I raced a truck at Daytona, and I had to drive with my left leg.
It's time to choose.
Folded under my right leg. There wasn't room for me to use my left leg on the brake long, and so I drove one-footed with one leg crossed, and this is a road course. You can't do that here, obviously, but that's the situation that he's facing.
Probably hardest thing for you was getting into the pit box.
Yes, it was a difficult
Turning
task.
that right.
But this is a whole different.
Oh, you see Layne Riggs cleaning up. I mean, that was cool.
Do you like those tires that clean, or do you want them? That's a little bit hot, probably.
But you talk about car control, and he knows.
Here we go, turn 11, turn 12. Get into the restart zone. Layne will be on the inside, Majeski on the outside of the front row. Then Rhodes, Chandler, Lewis, Honeycutt, Grant, Dario, Perez, and Ben. That's the top 10.
I think they're hot.
Turns 13 and 14. Here we go. Beckered away at St. Pete. 19-lap shootout to the end. Layne getting down toward the inside wall. Ty Majeski right there next to him, side drafting. Majeski's got a nose ahead entering turn 1. Side by side to the turn 1. Majeski on the outside, trying to clear Layne. He can't quite do it, but he does in turn 2. Move the 88 to the front. Ty Majeski leads for the first time today. Ben Rhodes trying to get to the inside of Layne, but Chandler's on his inside. Battle for third in the turn 4. Rhodes hangs on. And a traffic jam in the turn 5. Landon Lewis on the outside of Chandler for 4th. Can't quite get him. Honeycutt dives to the inside of Lewis, muscles him out, and gets into 5th. Down the long back straightaway through the kink that is turn 9, and then turn 10. Andres Perez looking to dive to the inside on Dario. He won't get there as they head toward turn 11 and turn 12. Majeski in the lead, but Layne staying right with him. Oh, Majeski goes wide! He's in the grass and in the tires! Ty Majeski blows it! Give Layne the lead right back! So Majeski now is outside the top 5. He goes back to 6th. That moves Layne into the lead, and Ben Rhodes is into 2nd. Rhodes led a lot of laps early, hasn't found his way back to the front, but here he is with a great chance of possibly getting the lead late. As it looked like Ty Majeski just overcooked turns 13 and 14 and ended up getting into the tires and knocking in that left side again. Woo. Man, they were hopping those curves through 11 and 12.
I could look at that all day. That's so fun.
Now heading up toward turn number 10. Majeski still has a chance, but he definitely hurt his chances of winning with that move, of course. Coming to 17 laps to go. Layne leads by under half a second to Ben Rhodes. Rhodes is closing. Into turn 1, both trucks get good on the brakes. Oh, Layne looked like he went wide through 2. Ben Rhodes looked like he did better through 2 and 3.
And he is pounding him. And look who's up to 4th. Caden Honeycutt.
You got Chandler right there in 3rd. He's getting into the mix. Caden Honeycutt's into the top 5. And then Landon Lewis still in 5th place, where he's been for most of the day, it seems like.
They got it taped up on the last stop. That Safe Light Toyota looks at it here.
Heading down the back straightaway into turn 10. Still Layne, but Rhodes is catching him. And they're both pulling Chandler into the battle.
They're going to have many more runs like this year, Jamie.
Through 12.
Going to be one of the championship contenders for sure. You see Majeski starting to...
And on to the front straightaway, Layne leading. Then Ben Rhodes. Still the gap, 7/10. 16 laps remaining. Majeski's starting to get close to Landon Lewis. He's going to look to the inside in the turn 1. Majeski for 5th. Little bit of a wheel hop, but he kept it under control, and he'll go to 5th. And Dario's heading into the pits. Not sure why, but Dario hit the pits.
Unfortunately, it's on pit road. We don't know why, but this would be an unscheduled stop with 16 to go.
Majeski into 5th. Now he'll try and hunt down Caden Honeycutt for 4th. Dario overshot his box. They're pulling him back. Oh, we got a spinner in turn 4. That's Christian. Christian gets it spun around, and he'll get it refired. He's already a lap down with a bunch of damage after an earlier incident. He nearly got hit by Frankie there.
Right in front of Frankie Muniz. Take another look at that.
I saw Jimmy Johnson throwing a squeegee, I think, to one of the crew members to try to clean out the windshield there.
What happened to Christian here in turn 4? Oh boy, he gets help. Tyler Reif spins him around. And Christian clips the tire barriers. Oh, Reif hits Hinch as well. But everyone's still going. No yellow. 15 laps left. Layne in the lead. Ben Rhodes still hanging with them. We got a slow truck pulling out of the way. That's Tyler Ankrum. He's back on track, and the hood has been repaired.
What's your balance going to do? How are these things going to hang on? How much fall off do you get in these final 15?
Caden Honeycutt's starting to run down Chandler for 3rd.
Yeah, these guys that are running up front, though, they have
That's going to be a battle here soon. It looks like Honeycutt's faster than Chandler.
ever on a street course, of course, but they've got a feel for it. And that, you know how good they are, Townsend. They have an ability just to manage things as they fall off.
Through turn 10.
Not reacting to, but anticipating. And the only way you can anticipate
Layne,
is
Ben
if
Rhodes,
you experience it.
Honeycutt, all in the mirror of Chandler.
Inherently know what to expect out of the tires so that you can make
Through 11 and 12. Now 13 and 14. Layne's led the most laps here today at St. Pete. And he leads here with 14 laps left by a second now. He's gained on Ben Rhodes. But the battle is on for 3rd as Chandler's now going defensive on Caden Honeycutt. And Majeski is starting to close on in.
Still hammering those curves is the 34 with a lot of aggression, but he's made it work.
Off of turn 3, heading to turn 4. Looked like Layne got a little bit better of an exit off of 4 than Rhodes did. He hits 5 good. Now 6. And the really tight turn 7. And turn 8. Turn 9.
You have been watching this race. What have you thought about it so far?
I have. I mean, I forget how loud these things are, man. It's nice to hear a V8 going around. Yeah, definitely been rooting on Dario. He's having a great race so far. It looks like he might have just did it. So, you know, I get to see some. Since there's no qualifying, it's quite interesting to see the grid start the way it has. Got to see Riggs drive to the front. You know, Colin Braun's now up there, so it's quite. A couple of people that I've gotten to meet, you know, as well. Daniel Layne moving up the field. It's quite an interesting race. Honestly, it's been a lot cleaner than I thought. But then again, once I saw Dario and Hinch get into it, I wasn't surprised. A little bit of rear locking and some rear hop. I mean, I fought that when I raced in Xfinity. So, but it's been pretty funny.
No qualifying for the trucks, but you have to qualify later today. So we'll let you go. Get ready for that. Thanks, Santino.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks, George. It was so much fun.
Good old Santino. He's going to be really fun to watch this season. Can't wait for IndyCar to be back. One more sleep till IndyCar's back. Officially. Now, back to the Truck Series race at hand. 13 to go. Layne's pulled out nearly a 2-second lead on Ben Rhodes. There's lap traffic ahead. Chandler started to get away from Honeycutt, and Honeycutt's falling into the clutches of that yellow Menards 88 of Majeski. As Timmy gets past, he's been lapped a lot this race. He gets passed by Layne and Rhodes. And now Chandler's going to get around Timmy. Also, Landon Lewis threw 11 and 12 that last time around while Georgia was interviewing Santino. He hopped over the curb in turn 12 and nearly smoked the inside wall. He almost went off the track.
It's not as bad here.
Well, it's loaded right there, but boy, you watch him change direction. That thing looks.
And on board with Jackson Lee with that loose steering wheel.
What's going on?
He's really struggling.
Well, he's falling back, and I think that could be part of it. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Here he is through turn 4, right in front of Layne, and he'll pull out of the way.
Our leader, Layne Riggs.
Around Jackson Lee, they're hopeful today went okay, that he'd be back in a truck at some point this season, and I hope for him we do see that talented young
Ben
man.
Rhodes
Got his hands full in there for sure.
now looking to navigate Jackson Lee, who will just let him go.
Series, those are high horsepower cars as well, but a lot lighter than a Craftsman.
And Jackson Lee looks like he's just struggling, trying to fight his way
He's on the move, guys.
and limp his way to a finish. On board with Hinch, he's trying to pick off Justin Haley. They're heading to turn 9 and turn 10. This is the battle for 11th. Or sorry, 12th. Does Hinch make the move in 10? He won't. He'll pull back. Wasn't close enough. Justin Haley gets a little loose, heading the Dan Weldon way. Now the chicane, 11. Turn 12, off the curb. Turn 13, Hinch getting awfully hard on the brakes. A little lockup, a little wheel hop. Even exit off of turn 14. Grant hits the pits. Grant pits from the top 10. I don't know what happened to him. Hinch looking to the inside of Justin Haley. This is for 11th now. And Hinch has got him through turn 2. What a pass by Hinch. Move the Delaware Life 77 to the 11th spot. And now he'll try and race down Ben for 10th.
Great driver, big personality, and obviously he's made the transition to IndyCar on Fox. Been an analyst for years.
Looks very relaxed behind the wheel right now, smooth.
And making some great
Hinch is looking pretty good right now. He looks relaxed. He looks smooth. He looks like a guy who's raced at St. Pete for at least 10 years. Because that is true. Off of turn 14 now for Layne. 2 hands in the air, 10 laps to go. Majeski's gotten around Caden Honeycutt, and he's pressuring Chandler for 3rd down the front stretch. Into turn 1, here comes the dive bomb. Majeski for 3rd. And they're side by side. Can Majeski get on? They're side by side through 2. Contact, smoke. Majeski to 3rd.
He made that mistake, Jamie, but he has rebounded and is showing that 88 truck.
The 88 is flying. Can Majeski have a chance at the win here? Well, he's got to get rid of Chandler first. Chandler's staying with him. He peeked to the inside through turn 5. Didn't make the move. And I think Majeski's going to run away with 3rd if he doesn't make a mistake.
I'd be a little bit surprised. I don't know about you two colleagues if there wasn't another caution.
140 corners I just did the pass, so that's
Carrier won that time.
it didn't happen to.
So now down Dan Weldon way. Turn 11. Turn 12. Big bump off the curbs. Wow, they get high in the air.
Outbraked himself to give Layne Riggs the position, but it seems like he's made some adjustments, maybe to his technique, maybe to his brake bias.
And Majeski is getting away from Chandler. He's gone to 3rd. Layne's got a 2.5 lead over Rhodes with 9 laps left. And don't look now, Majeski could easily catch Ben Rhodes. But he's 5 seconds behind Layne. That's going to be a tall order in 9 laps. Unless the 34 obviously makes a mistake.
There you see closing in on the back. Chandler's fifth.
For those looking for the start
Or a caution coming out. You never know.
Women's basketball, that game is starting right now on FS2 and also on the Fox Sports and Fox One apps. We'll get you there on Fox at the
Ben Rhodes is really struggling. He's nearly 4 seconds behind Layne now. And Majeski and Chandler are visibly closing in on the 99. Into turn 10. Majeski can't quite get away from Chandler, but he's catching Ben Rhodes.
What a great trip it's been to Florida.
I hope they come back.
Me too. I didn't know what to expect.
8 laps to go. Layne in the lead by 3.3 seconds. Gets through turn 1 good. There's lap traffic ahead. Ben Rhodes looks like he's struggling. A lockup from Majeski. Chandler runs a little wide. But no harm, no foul. Chandler stays in 4th.
Several guys having 7. Colin Brown 8.
Caden Honeycutt back there in 5th, hanging out. Trying to catch the front quintet of Fords. Quartet, I should say. On board with Colin in the Ram. He's in 8th. Looking on Andres Perez for 7th.
That's Perez just ahead of him. Here you were bumping that rev limiter.
If somebody's not calling Brown for San Diego, you're missing out. Road course ace. Having a great day.
There's a big chance Colin finishes 7th here in his first truck start, or first NASCAR start, I should say, in 15 years.
Put a smile on Graham's face, though. Coming new to this series, knowing the challenges, ran a couple of drafting tracks.
Across the start-finish line, 7 to go for Layne, who's starting to lose time to Ben Rhodes. And then here's Gio, the lap truck. Caden Honeycutt's teammate, but although Honeycutt's 8 seconds behind, he's still in 5th. Can Layne get around Gio here? Could the dirty air from the 17 affect the 34 and bring the 99 and 88 right back? They're visibly closing. It's under 2 seconds almost. We're not done here. Something has happened to the performance of the 34 truck.
We welcome them back. 5 truck operation. That's a lot to bite off, but they are doing it. And their best finish so far this year, 7th at Daytona with butter being clean. Right now, Colin Brown running 8th. So
There's Minnie in turn 10. More lap traffic. Minnie, Grant. And now Layne working his way through Dan Weldon Way. The gap is 1.2 seconds. Ben Rhodes is coming. Oh, I think Rhodes went a little wide through 13 and 14. Fox has got to zoom out their cameras. Well, this may be a 5-horse race for the win. Everybody is catching the 34 with 6 laps remaining.
in Daytona and 27th last week in Atlanta. So what a comeback.
Ben Rhodes is closing in. Through turn 2 we go. Layne getting through. He gets through 3. Rhodes took a 10th out of him right there. Majeski you can see inside as well as Chandler. And then Caden Honeycutt's just a dot in the distance. Layne's caught Gio. Can he get around him here? He's got to get around him quick because Ben Rhodes is right there in his mirror, getting bigger and bigger. Here we go, turn 10. Gio not getting out of Layne's way. He's going to have to pass him. Gio's not going to defer. That's a fast Toyota Tundra in the way of the race-leading Ford F-150. Coming off the final corner. Gio got loose. Layne to the inside. 5 laps to go. This is going to be a big pass, a race-winning pass even. Layne, turn 1, inside on Gio. He's by him. Ben Rhodes has got to get around Gio now quick if he wants a chance to 34. Layne's in clean air. Ben Rhodes is not. Rhodes to the inside of Gio, turn 4. Oh, Gio's going too far, but I think he did that on purpose. He gives way to Rhodes and Majeski, and there's no trucks in between the top three.
With tires that are just used up, and maybe Rhodes and Majeski and their setup a little bit more patient. If you look
So Rhodes, Majeski, catching Layne. Majeski hit the wall off of turn 9. Or that was turn 8, rather. Or maybe it was turn 9. I don't know the corners here. I don't think that kink is a corner. Ben Rhodes nearly gets the wall off turn 10.
Look how close, guys. They come out of 14.
1.2 seconds is the gap. Turn 14. Heavy lap traffic in front. One of those trucks hit the pits. 4 laps to go. You got Mini, you got Stewart in front of the 3 leaders. Into turn 1. Layne leading by Rhodes. Layne leading Rhodes by 1.2 seconds. Rhodes a little quicker through turn 3. The lap trucks are side by side in front of Layne. Mini gets by Stewart. Into turn 4. Ooh, Layne squeeze play. Oh, he hits Stewart. Stewart's got a flat, I think. Yes, he does. Layne hangs on and stays in front, but Ben Rhodes is now right on his bumper.
too hard, but the body work definitely chewed up. Look at this, Rhodes right there.
Rhodes is here.
I think more is just a loss of traction, Jamie. He's sliding up that corner.
Rhodes gets a better run through the kink. Turn 10 to the inside. Ben Rhodes for the lead. Oh, Layne stays in front.
He has time.
But nobody's been better on the brakes than Layne rakes today.
Turn 11, turn 12.
Consistently than
Layne pulls away by nearly half a second. Rhodes dives in deep into turn 13. Layne locks up. Rhodes runs wide. Majeski's still right there, but he can't quite get underneath his teammate. Down the runway, 3 laps to go.
Second and third behind him.
Turn 1. You got Mini in the way.
That's Mini Tyrell. Just
Rhodes is catching Layne here off of 1. He got a better exit. Turn 2. Turn 3. Ben Rhodes has a chance to make the dive bomb if he wants to. Majeski gets a little loose off of 3. Rhodes stays in line. Mini's in the way.
to help that leader coming through. Mini Tyrell now, he's going to be bunching these guys up through the tight sections.
Oh boy, turn 7 they get through. Mini in the way of Layne. Turn 8. Mini trying to dive out of the way into turn 9. Ben Rhodes nearly gets the bumper of Layne. Mini gets out of the way. Rhodes uses his draft.
Is there time for Ben Rhodes to get around?
Into the kink. Oh, Ben Rhodes and Mini go side by side through the kink. That's going to hurt Ben Rhodes.
Ben Rhodes was coming flying through. That was pretty dicey.
Front 3 are around.
Mini has been navigated by the front 3. Ben Rhodes is right there on Layne through 11 and 12. In the 13, Rhodes getting closer. He locks up. Runs a little wide.
Ben Rhodes all
Still right there. Rhodes looks faster than Layne right now. 2 laps to go here at St. Pete.
2 laps to go from St. Pete. 2 laps to get it done. Can Layne Riggs hang on?
Turn 1. Ben Rhodes goes a little bit to the outside.
As well in that
Gets a little loose on the exit of 1.
swirly coming out of turn 1. Chewing
Turn 3, the really fast section, they get right close to the wall. Everyone stays straight.
62 races since Ben Rhodes went to victory lane. Hard to even believe, but he wants it.
Ben Rhodes working all over the back of the 34. You can expect the dive bomb on the last lap. I think he's just setting Layne up for that. But you got to stay with him to get to the last lap. There's so much time still to go. And Majeski's catching Ben Rhodes. Layne's starting to pull away.
I was just talking to Ben Rhodes crew chief, and he said, we have enough if we don't get green, white, checker out of this. But when it comes to Majeski, Joe Scher Jr. looked at me as well and said, I don't know if we got it.
Ooh, Ben Rhodes nearly hits the wall off turn 10. That was a big 4-wheel slide for Rhodes.
Only bring this thing to pit road.
Everyone hanging on. It's going to be a 3-way fight for the inaugural race win at St. Pete. Ben Rhodes goes high. He overdrove it. Majeski to the inside. Battle for second. Layne's getting away. Final lap at St. Pete. Layne leads, but the ThorSport trucks are side by side. Majeski to second. Ben Rhodes in the back of his teammate. They all get through turn 2. Rhodes trying to get back around Majeski into turn 3. That's music to Layne's ears. Into turn 4. Layne's fine. Rhodes on the outside looking to get around Majeski. He slides. Majeski hangs on. Turn 5. Into turn 8. Layne's got over a second lead, but can Majeski get there? He may try and dive bomb into turn 10. They both slide nearly toward the wall. Layne's shaking it. He's shaking the truck. Is he out of gas? Majeski's catching. Turn 10, Layne's really weaving the truck. Layne's really weaving the truck. Ty Majeski might get to the inside. Through 11 and 12, Layne's good for now. Turn 13, Majeski sends it in. He goes wide. Majeski missed him. Going for the bump and run. If Layne Riggs doesn't run out of fuel, he's going to come home a winner at St. Petersburg. And he's running out of gas as he crosses the line. What a win. Layne Riggs is the inaugural Truck Series winner at the streets of St. Petersburg. Barely. Unbelievable. Woo!
But what I do know is that I love the best driver won the race today. He simply mastered the streets of St. Pete.
And Butterbeans destroyed the front of his truck. Brendan Queen spewing out parts. Heading toward turn 10. Oh, what a win for Layne Riggs. He was shaking the thing. And he's still got enough power to get all the way around the track, it looks like. He's got gas for a burnout as he shakes his number 1 finger.
He deserves some fish and chips.
For sure.
Hey, Hinch brought it home in a top 10.
Look at that. Cool.
Waving to the fans.
Layne waving to the fans.
Coming here since 2005.
Layne, Majeski, Rhodes, Chandler, Honeycutt the top 5. Then Landon Lewis, Andres Perez, 2 Nice trucks in the top 10. Ben fell out because Hemrick got in there, Colin in the free agent Ram truck, and Hinch got a top 10 for Spire.
What a great day. NASCAR come to St. Pete.
And Layne Riggs, he didn't have the greatest 2 races at Daytona and Atlanta. As Chandler, his teammate's going to give him some love. Chandler Smith, who won at Daytona. Layne Riggs has struggled to start the year. He comes to St. Petersburg, drives his way to the front, and barely hangs on to win. And now he's going to burn it down at St. Pete.
Layne Riggs burning it down. He led 40 laps today.
Easy on that engine. It's a winner.
Dylan Capello, his crew chief, you saw him jumping up in the air. It's exciting.
Half the race, this 34 Long John Silver's Ford led. And Layne Riggs parks it right by his pit box. Oh, he's backing up now.
He got half a lap in practice before he knocked down one of the concrete walls. That's amazing.
I mean, there's so many great stories in that top 20.
He might burn down to turn 1. He's heading for turn 1.
Stuffed in the wall. He's able to recover and get a top 20.
Yeah, Colin Brown in that ran with a great result.
He's going to salute the fans and do burnouts in turn 1. There it is. Yes, sir. Burnouts in front of the fans.
Landon Lewis, youngster we talked about.
He's drifted through turn 2.
Second gear drift through turn 2 in about 7.
Incredible. Layne Riggs, this might be his favorite win of his career, by the way he's celebrating this one.
Yeah. Fans going
Incredible.
You're on the public streets and you're thinking to yourself as a driver, how is this legal?
He's going to burn it down in turn 5. 3 burnouts in 1.
Fans lining this track.
Hell yeah.
I think he's having fun. What a day. Layne Riggs.
Are we going to get a 4th burnout? That's the thing.
Not gone their way, found themselves in a hole.
Nice little slide off turn 9. Little four-wheel drift right there from Layne Riggs.
And now he gets back to his winning ways.
Oh, man.
We came to see a lot of last year.
Second win of the year for Front Row Motorsports. First of the year for the 34 in Layne Riggs.
But I hope the Truck Series returns next year because
And we're going to do another burnout in turn 10. 4 burnouts in one race win. Oh, St. Petersburg deserves 4 burnouts. Layne Riggs giving the people what they want here in Florida. He's burning it down all the way through Dan Weldon Way. Dan Weldon would be proud of that one.
But maybe we can just fly him in for a one-off.
Well, we mentioned James Hinchcliffe and his return to racing and his debut in NASCAR. He finishes 10th. Let's hear from him.
Top 10 for Jimmy Hinch. This is your prize. You get a hat and a nice water because you deserve it. That was a great drive. But when you pulled in and I said top 10, Jimmy Hinch, you said, I should have been better. What are your takeaways there?
Oh, a lot. I mean, if I could start the race knowing what I knew by stage 3, it'd be different. Learned so much out there about managing tires and traffic and racing these guys out there. But hey, it was a great effort to come from the back twice and up in the top 10. Just can't thank Spire enough, and hopefully I get to do it again one day.
Hey, guess what? You have a broadcast to get to. We'll let you do that. Decompose. Great job today, Jimmy Hinch.
So good to see him, and he'll change, hopefully shower.
Layne's going straight to victory lane.
We'll have IndyCar qualifying coming up at 4:30. There he is. Layne Riggs.
There's Dario and Jimmy.
So take a look at Dario Franchitti.
Great run all day for Dario. Had to pit late. He doesn't finish in the top 20. He deserved the top 10 from how he ran today. But unfortunately, he finishes outside the top 20. As Layne Riggs goes through the grandstands and is heading for victory lane to celebrate, with the fans lining up, watching that 34 Ford go right by him.
There's a good spot to relax. His friends all taking care of him.
There's Mario.
Yeah.
Mario and Dario, handshaking, laughing. Jimmy there as well. Going to give some really cold water to his shoulder. Looks like the race today really beat up Dario Franchitti.
This was a big day for him. Get that sugar.
And it's clearly a lot hotter in the seat than Dario was expecting. He got a chance to do a short test down at Sebring, but it was pretty cold that day. It was a little different in the Florida sun here in St. Pete.
We saw those drivers working so hard, legs, arms, everything.
And to do what Layne Riggs did, no testing for these guys. They got about 10 minutes of practice, no qualifying, and to come out and run as well as he did. Led 40 laps today. 3rd race of the year.
Climbing out of the truck at St. Pete.
It's Victory Circle, if you're an IndyCar, by the way.
Here comes Layne Riggs out of the truck.
NASCAR garage and the IndyCar paddock.
The whole crew gonna spray water on him. And Layne's gonna celebrate officially.
His team is pumped up, and deservedly so. Amanda Busick is with the winner.
Oh, and watch him take in this moment. And Layne from 28th to 1st. You will forever be the inaugural winner here on the streets of St. Pete. But I talked to you ahead of this race, and you said we have not been ourselves, but I will control my destiny here today. How much of that was on display right there?
Hey, first thing I'm going to say, thank you to Joey Hand. I know he's watching at home. My road course guy. He's the man. He helped me so much. We've been working on this racetrack and the simulator at Ford Racing since December. I really, really want to get my first win on a road course. The short track guy from Bahama, North Carolina, won at St. Pete. Can you believe it? I've really been trying to perfect my craft. I feel like I've been close in the road courses, and just big shout out to everybody at Front Row Motorsports. Long John Silver's on the truck this weekend. It's just a dream come true. I literally said this year, I just want to win a road course just to show I'm not just that short track guy.
How close was the fuel?
It sputtered about 8 to go. The pickup on these trucks are on the left side, so every time that I would turn to the left, the fuel would slosh away. So the whole time I was just trying to get it to go and not knowing, trying to manage your gap. Thank you to Ben and Ty. I know they ran me pretty clean. I know that last corner, Ty probably could have cleaned me out if he wanted to. We were so close there, but yeah, just man, what an awesome feeling.
It's real, Layne. It's yours.
Layne Riggs is officially the inaugural Truck Series race winner at St. Pete, and he led half the race to do it, and he had enough fuel to hang on with a beat-up back end of the truck. What a race here at St. Pete. Ford F-150s dominated, and it was Layne Riggs, the best truck all day long, getting the win. Hopefully Scott Riggs is here to see him. There's his fiance. And he's going to celebrate for a long, long time about this one. Thank y'all for watching. See y'all later. RBL. Peace.